Okay, so I'll just start off quickly. My slides basically say what they have to say. All beings, according to the Hindu wisdom, all beings are essentially good, for they are the divine soul, the infinite divine soul. Now, I've shown you on this slide, this is just representative. The white shows the enlightened, those who know that they are the divine soul. And those who are blinded by ignorance are really not considered evil. It's just that they are blinded by ignorance. So really all are considered to be basically good. So this is how I've sort of represented. These are all the beings are basically the one soul trapped in the illusion of infinite bodies and minds, which is the ignorance. So what we are trapped in is ignorance, and that has to shed. So I will go to the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, in which we have a prayer that says, Asatoma Sadgamaya, which means, may I return from this illusion to the reality. Tamaso ma Jyotirgamayo, may I return from this darkness to the light. Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya, may I return from the cycle of death to immortality. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. So basically what it means is, may I shed this body, this mind, which is basically the ego. And the ego does not mean pride. The ego is my individualness, my thinking that I am a separate person, not the whole. And may I return to that oneness, which is, I am the entire world. All beings are a reflection of me. So we have a story, and victory of good over evil is what we celebrate in sometime later in the year, called Dasahara, which is Dashahara, which is the victory of our soul over the 10-headed demon, which is again the ego. So evil, there is no such thing really as evil. It's the actions that are evil. The person is not evil, according to Hindu wisdom. And it is our ego, which we need to shed. The body and the mind, which is 5 organs of action, and the 5 senses together are showed as the 10-headed demon, Ravana. And this is Rama, who is our infinite soul. And so according to Hindu wisdom, again, good is one who is wise, in touch with oneself, who is calm, happy with the world, kind, inclusive, and forgiving. And evil is one who is rushed, who is out of touch with one's inner self, who is stressed, impatient, angry with the world, unwilling to accept a new, different viewpoint, unkind, and exclusive of most people. So all evil arises out of ignorance. Every human being has the potential to be awakened to one's divinity. There are many stories of saints who were once wicked. Like, for example, we have Saint Valmiki, who wrote the sacred epic of the Ramayana, a famous, this is the one very important scripture for Hindus. And he was originally a highway robber until a wandering saint opened his eyes. And that's when he became a saint himself. So this is really my answer to the first question, that all beings are good because they are not aware of their own good self. That's my answer. Thank you so much. So I just want a quick recap, just to we talked about good and evil in this case. Now, like I said, that a person who isn't in touch with oneself is likely to then go down that whole range of, it can be, as you said, nuanced. You could be just someone who rushes himself, or who could be totally exclusive, not willing to be open to different perspectives of thought, etc. But here is one very interesting word that really helps us distinguish between good and bad. And dharma is a word which has been very, very misunderstood. It is generally seen as faith or belief, but dharma is really, it comes from the root word dra, which means to hold, that which holds. It is the law of the universe. It is totally impartial. It is not given by any one person. So, and that tells you where so as Reverend Scandling was saying, that it's what keeps things from collapsing, basically. I'm not using exactly your words, but it's really what is for the good of all. And that is what dharma is. So when you When you choose between right and wrong, it's not about whether I'm with you or against you. It's what works for all on the whole. And so adharma would mean that which causes collapse. And nature's law is that which every action has a reaction naturally. So it's just clear for us to see when something does not work out, we're seeing that that is evil in that sense. And what is good is what holds everything together. So dharma is not something that is one size fits all. In every situation you have dharma, as a mother, as a parent, as a child, as a teacher, as a student, as a passenger, as a customer. You have dharma which holds that role together. And just as water can not be water if it starts to change its boiling point or its color, similarly a mother will not remain a mother if she does something that does not maintain the principles of being mother. That is what dharma really means. So that is what helps us to distinguish between what is good and evil. It's not for us to really decide, because a good person today, and you meet him after 10 years and you go, man, I thought that person was a good person. What happened to him? He's evil. Or the same thing the other way around. He was evil. But boy, he turned into a priest. How come? So things happen. Life changes. And that is why it's more important that we look at things from the perspective of dharma, what holds. That's my answer.